I just think they have similar concepts of how they like to play, and the movement. There's a obviously for everybody to see. There's a European past in their education, and they just have a way of finding the lanes. And I spoke about this a few days ago. Just that movement and interchanging of positions. They're very rarely are they stuck in one lane or in one position. They're always looking for speed and space, and they're finding each other really nicely too. There's good puck movement there, and very threatening on the rush, which is something we feel from the top teams in the league is where they're most effective. Those are opportunities we need to be better at, and they've really done well in creating offensive rush opportunities.
You've seen Cahoon before.
Yes.
You've seen growth now he's here, then now you see him more in this one.
Yeah, I'm really pleased in how he brings his speed into the game here. You'll have players come over from Europe and take longer actually to adjust. This is only his second season over here, and you can see how the time and space that he does not have here compared to the European ice surface with the extra 2 meters on each side. He's doing well at playing within the boundaries and going also into harder areas. He enjoys, confrontation, and he enjoys going into those spaces that in North America are a lot tougher to get into. And his skill, his speed, he's added a definite, tool to our kit, which is nice.
Do you think a line could be more threatening if they're not held down by the confines of having a position to hold, whether it's as a
Yeah.
center or a winger?
Well, our general flow of play is not positionally focused; it's role focused, and you can end up in the frontal forecheck situation as quickly as you can be the first guy back, taking care of the D zone with the defenseman, and we interchange all the time. So that's part of the way we play. It's supposed to give the players an opportunity to just continue to move and continue to play, and keep a team speed if we're connected. If we get disconnected, we run into trouble, and we feel weak defensively and also in the offense. So it's really a lot to do with our core system is that thinking, and they're just using that opportunity really well.
Victor had a drought that he ended the other night. He had one earlier in the year in November. Just how tough is it for a guy like him who's relatively new to the league compared to Jack and Sam
Yeah.
to kind of play his way out of those?
Yeah, obviously, I think also the jump from 19 to 20 goals is a big one psychologically in the National Hockey League. To be a 20-goal scorer is a big step, and that could have been a daunting wall to climb over. And I think that, he just has such a positive mindset. I never saw any weakness in his persona or in the way he interacted with his teammates or the way he was practicing or playing. I thought that he dealt with all that really well. And we don't speak really about end results much. We speak about processes all the time. So whether a player scored 3 or scored none, we don't change the way we want him to drive towards improvement in his skill. And that's what Ollie really did. I mean, we all know that coming off a lower body injury like that, it takes a little bit of time. And I think he was just, he took a while to get that half a step back that allows him to get the separation for scoring chances. And he was realistic about it. And that's really the way we approached it, that he needed to get back up to his level, and he needed to be almost training camp like 3 weeks removed from the break. And he's now 3 weeks removed, and I think you can see his game getting back there. But he's really dealt with it in a very cerebral way, which is the way we know Ollie.
Is there a significance for Victor or the team that he's starting to produce away from Jack?
Yeah, I mean, whatever the combinations are, and again, nothing we're doing here, as you well know, is set in stone. So don't get too excited about any lineup here. This can change within the game tomorrow. If we don't like the feel of it, we're going to try and continue to coach to get the best on the day and in the week and in the phase. But right now, again, the Johansson, Cahoon, and Olofsson production offensively and the amount of scoring chances they've created, and that they've been on the plus side of scoring chances here for the games they've been together, definitely allows us, the opportunity of seeing Skinner, with Jack and Sam, and we have two lines that are really important for grinding out some offensive zone shifts, whether it's Larson or Lazar. We feel comfortable with both of them also defensively, and on the road that'll be important to have a few lines that can play against anybody on the other team. But let's see how it evolves. We like the look and feel of this group right now, and they need to confirm it though to stay together. Yeah, there's no question that he's a new kid on the block, working hard into our game. We're making sure we keep the minutes at a level where he can perform defensively and do the things we're asking him to do without the puck, as he wasn't here for training camp or he's quite young still in our lineup. But I definitely see Dominique as a power play threat and power play player eventually. And let's just take one step at a time. We love his 5-on-5 involvement right now. His commitment to playing without the puck and his ability to read what we need from him is very high. He's got a good hockey sense, and I've just learned to not over-minute people as they're learning those fundamental phases of our game, and I think he's in a good place right now. But he'll earn more minutes if he keeps playing the way he is.
Did Darlene surprise you with the shootout move?
Not didn't surprise us. I mean, he's just got that genius in him. I mean, he had that deception on Jack's goal in the power play too. It's his deception creates the empty net. He freezes the entire penalty kill of Washington, and he shows that genius there on the shootout, which was a lot of fun. I think the fans had a lot of fun with it. I was asked this morning on a radio show whether the shootouts have any sense, but I think when you get to see skill in display like that, or Dominique's goal also with the deception and the move, the Kuznetsov showing off his skills. I mean, it is a space for our fans just to see the players without resistance, without any defense, trying to knock them down. So I think that shootout, not just because we were on the winning side, was confirmation that it's a good add-on during the regular season for sure.
I'm curious why, I mean, you're not responsible for last year, but two different coaches haven't used him until almost the end of his second year.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, he's so skilled. Why didn't it hit you
Yeah.
that maybe you use him?
He's always been on the list, but he just never made the top three. We never went that deep. As far as I remember, you'd have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember going, 5, 6, 7 shooters. We were usually done one way or the other earlier, but he's always been on the shorter list of players. We just never got to him. He always knew he was needing to get ready. So we'll see how we shake it up next time.
I know you've been there with the World Cup, and maybe even an assistant.
Yeah.
You never had a chance to coach against the Habs in Montreal as a head
Yeah.
coach. I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of experience is this going to be for you?
Yeah, it's very special. I grew up. I have a sister 10 years older than me, and she listened to all the Montreal Canadian games in the '60s when I was a wee baby, and it is a brand that just is burnt into my soul of loving the game and loving hockey, and it was the beginning of time. So every time you play the Montreal Canadiens, and especially in their home building, it has to be a special experience for a kid that grew up on small rinks in Manitoba, and it's you were either a Maple Leaf fan or you were a Canadiens fan, and I was a Canadiens fan growing up. So it's a special challenge, and we're excited for it. And I won't have a smile on my face as the game starts tomorrow, but you do smile, and you're allowed a minute of deep pleasure to think of a 3-4-year-old kid listening on the radio and now coaching a team in there. It gives me goosebumps right now. So let's have fun with it.
I'm sorry. When did you first see Cahoon play exactly?
So I would have seen him at the under-18s, and he went from the under-18s right to the under-21s in the same year. And then I saw him at the World Championships, of course, and Donnie Jackson, coaching him in Munich, had communicated with me about him back when I was in the other sport there, the one with the ball. And it's really, I thought the first World Championship where I saw him at that young age, how much of a presence he was already and the confidence he has in his game, that we definitely had him tagged as an NHL player back then already.
How long is your shootout list?
Well, it has to. It's only 6. So this is the first time that I actually communicated with Balesy up there what he was thinking, and we agreed on Dominique pretty quick as the 7th. But it was only 6 deep, to tell you the truth, and the rest would go a little bit game like. And also what Balesy's been seeing in practice on the guys that seem to be best suited for the goalie we're playing against.
Do you think about your defensemen? I mean, Ristolainen is 1-for-1 in his career.
Yeah.
Montour's 2-for-4. Do you think of your defensemen in that
So we'll keep Risto for the real big one, eh? The big one. Yeah, no, for sure. I think. I mean, you see other teams using him too. They need to be in the mix. It's not goal scorer related, really. There is a need for deception and also a psychological component. I've been at many world tournaments and Olympics where there were critical penalty shot situations, and you definitely look at the personality. And Risto's somebody you'd have no problem throwing into a burning fire.